Thank you. I don't think we've ever been applauded for walking before, so we thank you for that. Good morning, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Member of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, graduands and guests. Please be seated. My name is Sarah Raybould, and I'm the Senior Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Education and Student Experience here at the University of West London. And today it is my great honour and privilege to welcome you to this very special occasion. Those who are here with us in this hall, those who are joining in the live streaming room, and of course, those who join us at Twickenham, but online, all are welcome. This morning, through the powers placed upon the University by the Privy Council and by Act of Parliament, we will reward and celebrate the achievements of the graduates of the Claude Littner Business School and their academic partners by conferring both academic and honorary awards. I'd like to begin by introducing who we have on the stage this morning. From my immediate left, our Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Peter Johns, CBE. Our Chancellor, Mr. Lawrence Geller, CBE. Our Pro-Chancellor, Ms. Jennifer Bernard. Our Chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Derek Hicks. And of course, we couldn't have the Claude Littner Business School graduation without Claude Littner. I now invite the Chancellor, Mr. Lawrence Geller, to open the ceremony.
Chairman of the Board, Vice-Chancellor, graduands, honorary graduands, parents, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Twickenham Stadium. Today you're part of probably one of the most important events that the stadium hosts. It's your triumphant day, and it affects you and your family's lives in so many ways. Know one thing, I am a very proud alumnus of this wonderful institution, having started over 60 years ago when it was Ealing Technical College. And I'm even prouder of the metamorphosis that has happened in those decades to being this highly regarded, very successful, and truly respected university that we are today. Graduands, I have the honor of being the first to formally congratulate you on reaching this milestone. Not only do you and your cohorts represent the very best and brightest in our society, but we know that you are our nation's future. So on behalf of the university, know that we could not be more proud of you and your accomplishments. You've worked hard, your persistence, your discipline, your sacrifice, and of course, never to be underestimated, the significant sacrifices of your families and your loved ones that necessitated you getting here today. Importantly, I stand in awe of all that University of West London now is, and its astonishing growth and accomplishments, but also the bold plans it has ahead, which I know it will also accomplish. We're recognized as being in the top quartile of all universities in the nation. The Guardian ranked us as 32. This represents unbelievably meteoric growth from where we were just a dozen or so years ago, when to say we were at least, to the least, on our back foot. Not only are we the top university in London for overall student satisfaction, but we're also that in the top handful in the nation. In the UK, we have top 10 rankings from a number of subjects, so learning resources, free speech. By the way, for example, we're number 4 in the nation for student voice. We're the number 2 student union in the nation, but more importantly, yet again, multiple years as the number 1 student union in London. We're the top university, modern university in our nation's capital, and have been so for more than a decade. We have the best staff to student ratio of any university in the country, bettered only by any modern university, bettered only, I believe, by a couple of Russell Group institutions. And we are widely thought as in the top handful of modern universities in the entire nation. We add a lot of value to our students, according to The Guardian. That's the difference between qualifications on entry and on outcomes. I'm especially proud of the extraordinary diversity and mix of our student body. Let me give you a few statistics that make my point. 52% of our students are from Black and ethnic minority groups. We're in the top ranks of all universities for social inclusion. 53% of our students are female. 63% of our students were aged over 21 or over on entry. You want to be here. It's not just a holiday. This is a real step for you in your life and a commitment. 59% of our students are from areas of multiple deprivation. And 66% of our students represent they're the first in their families to go to university. Now, I'm proud of those, but what does it really mean? This is a fundamental testament to this university's ethos, its deep-rooted beliefs, and its fundamental values. That underpins everything that UWL does. Your own programs are also underpinned by that, and now I hope it embodies how you feel and your own ethos. 90% of our students are in employment within 6 months of leaving the university, in the top quartile of compensation. But if that happens, that tells you how the outside world values your degree that you've got today. So when our students are sought off by employers, it tells you what they think. So all in all, this university is a shining beacon in the field of higher education and a true example of what universities must become and indeed are destined to be. If not, they will fail. You may have noticed I'm proud to be an alumnus of this university, and so should you be. So by joining the Alumni Association and staying in touch, you're being part of an ever-expanding network, and I assure you, it is a very rewarding relationship and will enrich your lives in so many ways. But never forget that not for 1 minute, that as graduates of University of West London, the only limit to what you can achieve is your own ambition. So set your goals high. Never stop reaching for your own stars. Don't let anybody else set your own goals and ambitions, for they are yours and yours alone. Listen to what's inside you, not to those whispering in your ears. Make the lives of your families and your own lives better. Remember, you can improve society, and it is your duty to do so. Know how proud we are of what you've achieved and what you are, and I know what you will be. So we congratulate you, but more importantly, we thank you, for you have enriched our university and become an essential part of its fabric. This is your day, you've earned it, and you must enjoy it. And know that you, your families, and your loved ones should celebrate your success and revel in your achievements. May all good things be yours as you become all that you can and you must be. Thank you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor. I'd now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Peter John, to address the congregation.
Glasses, sign of age. As Lauren said, distinguished guests, families, friends, and more importantly, graduands, welcome to sunny Twickenham, almost sunny Twickenham, or to give it its new name, the Allianz Stadium, Twickenham. But for us, it'll always be Twickenham. I want to start, as Lauren said, by taking the opportunity to express sincere congratulations on your achievements and where you've got to today. Lots of hard work, lots of commitment, lots of time, lots of partying possibly, lots of different thoughts going through your minds, but without the support of your parents, spouses, friends, families, carers, and others who sit proudly in the audience to both sides, and those who aren't here, they're the ones who really helped you to get here today. So to say thank you, could you, all the graduands, please stand up? First exam question. You've almost passed. Well done. Stand up. I know it's difficult to stand up. You ready? Now, I want you to give the loudest cheer you can to thank someone or whatever or whoever for everything they put into you and the work that you've done that helped you achieve today. So after 3, the loudest cheer you can. And just to measure you, I've got a digital clapometer here. Okay, so if you could, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's do the best of 3 like Brexit. Let's do the best of 3. Number 2, go. Better, better. Your last shot. 1, 2, 3. Well done. And I can safely say that's the best one we've had, but you're the first graduation ceremony. So, exam question 2, please sit down. Well done. You're doing really well for graduates. Right, very few short highlights of the year. First of all, the National Student Survey came out a month ago, which measures the student satisfaction rates across all universities in the UK. And we came out the 5th best in England, the 6th best in the UK, and once again, the best in London overall. So can you give that a round of applause? As Lauren said, we're the 2nd best student union in the nation and a number 1 in London yet again for the 5th year running. Give that a round of applause. We have the best staff to student ratio almost in the country, apart from 3 of the Russell Group universities. We were given the Sunday Times Top 5 award for the quality of our teaching. So can you give that a round of applause? And we were also ranked number 5 for the standard of our student experience as well. The Guardian's University Guide ranked us 32nd in the UK and the best modern university in the country. The Sunday Times ranked us 51 in the Student University Guide, top 50, and the Complete University Guide ranked us similarly. So give a round of applause for them as well. We were also voted the University of the Year for social inclusion. So could you give that a round of applause? Because that's really, really important to the university and its mission. In research, we came in the top 100 in the UK, which is a big step for us. We were ranked 850th in the world, which is a big step for us. And we were ranked 50th for addressing inequality out of 2,500 institutions worldwide. That's important again. Can you give that a round of applause? And for sustainability, which is probably the most important issue that we will all face in the next decades, we were first class, as it was called then, first class in the People and Planet League, and we came 5th out of 156 institutions in the UK for our sustainability and low carbon footprint. Can you give a big round of applause? And before I finish, just a few extra pieces. We opened our first School of Medicine and Biosciences, and we're going to open our first School of Dentistry in 2026 September, alongside our new School of Pharmacy. So we're moving on and developing. We also won the first contract to train all the Emirates pilots and air crews. So if you want to fly Emirates, you'll be one of our graduates at the front. Don't look worried, don't look worried. They're pretty good pilots. We also won the contract for Fly Dubai pilots, Air Arabia, and Ryanair as well. And we're also shortlisted to manage a new $30 million campus in Saudi Arabia. So could you give all those a round of applause? And on the theme of overseas, our partnerships now in the university include the following. BCA University Branch Campus in Athens, our campus in Marbella. I'll be going to Marbella on Monday to do a graduation ceremony very much like this. Then our campus outside Dubai. Other partners include Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Romania, Oman, India, Switzerland, Berlin, Madrid, and the Maldives. It's hell. It's hell. It's tough visiting these places, believe me. Now, I can't end without mentioning our football team. We've sponsored Brentford FC. Any Brentford supporters here? One. Well done. One. We've gone from the bottom of then the 4th division, it's not that anymore, and right to the Premiership. And last year they came 10th in the Premier League on a budget, remember, that was half of one member of the Manchester City Football Club. And they still managed to beat them 1-0. So anyway, so much for money in football. So there are many, many more things I could mention, but I must draw it to an end so I can get you across the stage to get your degrees. Before we finish, a few thank yous. First of all, to all the board members who sit at the front, who are behind the university, and they do everything free of charge, and all they support is really, really welcomed, particularly to the chair of the board, Derek Hicks, who's sitting just over there. Derek always says the students are the first in his book. Okay, the most important people are the students. Could you give all the board and the chair of the board a big thank you for that? Second, to, he's just spoken to you, our Chancellor, Lawrence Geller. Lawrence, we've known each other since 2010. Lawrence has donated just a few pounds short of £3 million to this institution. Could you give Lawrence a huge round of applause for that? He's also another claim to fame. He got married 2 years ago, Lawrence? 2 years ago? Yes, but who did he marry? That was the interesting question. He married Winston Churchill's great-granddaughter. There you have it. Lawrence, we owe you so much, and I know you love this institution like no other, and we'll be always in your debt. So thank you so much. Third thank yous to all the staff, academic and professional service, who really did everything to help you get here today. Could you give them a big round of applause? And last of all, to my colleagues on the senior team who manage this institution, and to one in particular, you just heard her speak. She's sitting behind me, hiding. Yes, she is. She's there, Sarah. And Sarah is the one who got us all the National Student Survey scores. Could you give Sarah a big round of applause for all that she's done for the student experience? And last of all, to our alumni and donors who've given so generously. 200 students have benefited from bursaries and scholarships this year, and they've donated almost 3.5 million last year to this university to help us all get forward. So, I leave you with those highlights. And as Lauren said, enjoy today, it's your day, make the most of it. It'll be part of your memory forever. So, good luck in everything you do, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. And one more thank you, and that is to our Vice-Chancellor, one of the longest-serving Vice-Chancellors in the country, but the person who led this institution to be able to make it into Research Excellence Framework Top 100 for the very first time in its history. Our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John. So before we start the presentation of the awards, I'd like to explain how the ceremony will operate. Dr. Amelia A. Young, Dean of the Claude Littner Business School, will read the names of those graduates who are receiving awards in alphabetical order. So please show your appreciation for every graduate's achievement by joining us in applauding every single student and then at the end of every student group. We're going to pause at several times in these proceedings to allow you to clap and cheer. And you really, really do want to make some noise at that point. Cheer loudly and really show these graduates how very proud you are of them. However, we'd also ask you to refrain from talking throughout the ceremony because every single graduate deserves our attention and our full respect today. But I promise we'll give you moments to celebrate. It now gives me the greatest of pleasures to bring to the presentation of awards by inviting the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor to receive graduates from the Claude Littner Business School and their academic partners.
Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies, Kamaldeep Kaur. Kojit Kaur, Manpreet Kaur, Mohit Kumar, Rajbir Kaur, Tahar bin Ahsan, Muhammad Ali, Adifita Ashkri, Devansh Bhardwaj, Muhammad Assam Badadori, Precious Adokar Bale, Daim Atnabat, Shyam Nilakushma Chachak, Sachin Chowdhury, Manuel Cruz Matos, Roman Danilov, Fuad Farid, Jason Fernandez, Andrea Alexandra Flaminesiu, Ronaldo Carlos Gordon, Manika Gurun, Yara Hyatt. Should we do a very big round of applause for these graduates, please? Cassie Lewis Holloway, Yasin Salah Kashif, Rajandeep Kaur, Ara Karo, Sajana Khatri, Jasmine Korala, Varun Man, Ibu Kuno Wapu Matthew, Chamiri Abiri Benjamin Obobi, Sweta Pandi, Nora Obunana, Jijish Parabash Patel, Setria Marilyn Pereira, Amand Gassa, Mohammed Rahat Rana, Luis Fernando Sachin Isa, Yashid Seth, Adasha Lau Shretha, Gunor Singh, Juwanpreet Singh, Akriti Suna, Sarita Thapa, Sudeep Thapa, Aditya Vanshista, Henok Vumba, Vidamimi Warna Kula Surya Pata Bandige, Certificate of Higher Education in Business Studies, Sahaj Pal Singh Gill. Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Entrepreneurship, Tobiloba Michael Ayalage. Hannah Baba. Alexandra Goncalves Elvis. Rashmina Khatri. Natalie Lozoska. Mohammed Abdu Kader Shamis. Kira Stack. Anshika Ajay Suri. Should we have another big round of applause for these graduates, please? Conrad Damien Tobala. Diploma of Higher Education in Business Studies with Entrepreneurship, Ruchi Haribai Changa. From At Sunrise Global Chef Academy Limited, Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Entrepreneurship, Ko Ken Kong. From London School of Science and Technology, Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies, Shabin Atif. Jonathan Basadi. Simona Marilena Babutsianu. Viorel Buhascu. Gabriel Daska. Emmanuel Banzadio Luvualu. Ranjumia. Georgiana Isabella Nika. Virgil Nika. MD Sabi Shah. Andrea Tabaranu. Madalina Vlad. Mahmoud Rahman. From UK College of Business and Computing Limited, Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Entrepreneurship, Mihaita Christian Adam. Blessing also by Yama Anna Adam Membo. Raluca Elena Badika. Elizabeth Akyapon Badu. Oduyemi Adisa Bakara. Christina Belata. Angela Bangnu.
Thanks, Amelia, and a huge round of applause for our graduates so far. Fantastic. It's great that we can all be together to celebrate today, but there are some people also joining this celebration online. And on the big screen behind me, you can see a selection of the comments that have been coming through. Now, just remember, you can all have a message shared simply by using the hashtag UWLGraduation. Some of you shared your congratulatory messages a little earlier, and so here is just a small section of my favourites. Firstly, congratulations, class of 2025. You did it. Wishing you all every success in your future career. Most importantly, enjoy this day with your friends and family. You have all earned it. From all the staff from the Claude Littner Business School. Our wonderful graduates, a big congratulations from us. We hope that everything you learned will unlock many doors for you in the coming years. And that's from the UWL Library team. Honoured to be graduating today from a top-performing university, from the graduating class of 2025 CLBS. And my absolute favourite, the tassel is worth the hassle. Congratulations all, enjoy the day. It's now my great honour to be able to invite Dr. Amelia A. Young, Dean of the College of Claude Littner Business School, to present present Mr. Trevor Webb for the award of Honorary Doctor of Business Administration.
Good morning, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduates and graduates. It's my great pleasure to present to you Trevor Webb. Trevor is the Mercedes-Benz Market Area Director for Sytner Group Limited, overseeing an annual sale turnover of £5.95 billion. Sytner Group is the UK subsidiary of Penske Corporation, a US company listed on the New York Stock Exchange with an annual turnover of more than $39 billion. Since graduating with a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Mechanical Engineering in 1986, Trevor built his career in the automotive industry, rising rapidly to senior management roles with experience of corporate restructuring, mergers, acquisitions, and disposals. Prior to taking the position at Sytner Group, he was Service Director at Mercedes-Benz Retail Group for over 6 years, leading plans for vehicle electrification in after-sales. Trevor is a proven visionary and strategic leader in the industry. He revolutionized strategies for customer experience and satisfaction, which led to his organization achieving an enviable position in the industry. He has initiated and led successful innovation and change in talent recruitment, management, and development. He has been a champion for diversity, equality, and inclusion, and led innovative strategy on the same. He has successfully cultivated a new culture. His work on all these led to record high staff satisfaction and upward mobility of staff within the organization. Trevor is particularly a strong advocate for nurturing and developing young talents. He introduced his organization to the apprenticeship scheme and internship programs. This endeavor of his has led to many interns and apprentices moving into successful and fulfilling career in the organization or the wider industry, which he's very proud to see. Trevor has also been instrumental in driving up his organization's profitability through a dynamic approach and unique strategies. The industry has suffered from very limited new car supply and extortionate second-hand car prices as a result of the pandemic and its knock-on effect in the economy. His strategic vision and implementation led to his organization achieving a position that is well above the industry average and hence made a significant impact on the overall organization's success. Since 2018, Trevor has been actively supporting UWL students to get real-world experience during their studies and to boost their career prospects. He has provided placement and work experience opportunities for students and is a regular guest speaker on our campus. He was one of the first employers to sponsor the UWL Fresh Mind student-led consultancy program that won the Leveling Up Award in 2021. Students' feedback is highly positive and praised Trevor's generosity in finding the time in providing invaluable insights into the company that help them develop their industry knowledge and transferable skills. Trevor has also supported the launch of the UWL Social Mobility Plan that involved Justin Greening MP in November 2020, highly praising the Fresh Minds for Business program and the quality and performance of our students. With decades of rich experience in the automotive sector, Trevor has established a wealth of sought-after expertise in strategic planning in that sector. He has collaborated with CLBS on a number of Fresh Mind projects and is currently sponsoring another student-led project focusing on intensifying equality, diversity, and inclusion work in the Sytner Group. Over the last 7 years, Trevor and CLBS have built a strong relationship. He's firmly committed to providing our students with opportunities to learn and develop in the real-world context. He has never hesitated to help mentor and guide our students in their career development. He also highly values the quality and creativity of our students. Trevor would very much like to continue strategic relationship and collaboration with CLBS and the wider UWL community. Outside work, Trevor is a keen philanthropist. He is a regular in marathon races such as the London Marathon and raises money for charities such as Macmillan Cancer through his marathon running. He's also very generous with his time and devotes his free time to mentoring young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. One child, who came from a troubled family, has developed into a very responsible young adult and is now studying for a PhD. Another example, Trevor has helped a young person rebuild his life and to clear his debt through tireless guidance and encouragement. Trevor is a strong believer that charity starts at home. He serves as a very good role model for the Society for such philanthropic work for important causes, while he has a very busy work life driving successes and growth in his organizations. Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduates and guests. It is my personal honour to present to you Trevor Webb for the award of Honorary Doctor of Business Administration from the University of West London.
Wow, what an introduction. Good morning, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduates and guests. I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude to the University of West London for awarding this great honour to me. When I was given the news last November, I experienced a washing machine of emotions. Initially, a moment of shock. The news was so unexpected to me that it took a little time to digest. As a professional who has spent many years solving operational problems and working with a large team, a sense of fulfillment that my contributions had been valued and recognised. And as a father, husband and son, an overwhelming sense of pride. In my formative years at school, I had friends, wasn't bad at sport, but I was envious of my classmates who seemed to make learning appear so easy. From conjugating irregular French verbs to trying to apply differential calculus, I had to work hard in order to achieve the required standard. Therefore, for somebody who never expected to be standing here in academic regalia, this moment is deeply meaningful, albeit somewhat surreal. So, with my unremarkable background, what words of wisdom can I possibly give to you, the talented graduates receiving your degrees today? In a nutshell, my advice is that your success and your happiness will come from positive interactions that you have with people. Let me try to explain. As a young child, my very favourite meal was baked beans on toast. I would have happily eaten baked beans on toast every meal, but fortunately for me, my mother was a good cook and a nutritionist, so I made sure that I had a balanced diet. She also came from the thrifty post-war years and insisted that my sister and I should eat everything on our plate if we wanted to go on and have any pudding. As the years went by, with practice, my taste broadened and I got to enjoy eating vegetables, and then fish, and eventually even olives. Over the years, I've had so much pleasure and enjoyment from my love of food, and moreover, sharing the company of friends, colleagues and family and good conversation over a meal. For the record, I do still like baked beans on toast. Over the years, diversity in friendship has provided me with the same stimulation and pleasure as my love of food. I now realise that I enjoyed a sheltered and a privileged upbringing. I went to a single-sex school and came from a middle-class area. When I moved to study engineering in Coventry, for the first time, I began broadening my social experience and mixing with students whose backgrounds were very different to my own. I learned the skill of listening, to understand new cultures, new religions, and I even tried to understand girls. I've considered what advice I could give to today's graduates, and I've come up with one for business, one for personal well-being, and one which I think is just generally good advice. Firstly, in business, I aim to follow the guidance of Nelson Mandela, whose mantra was always to be the last person in the room to speak. By giving others the space to share thoughts before broadcasting my own, I can often pick up ideas from people who have far more insight into an issue than I do, but may have been shy to offer a contradictory opinion. The algorithms of social media accounts can lead to us living in an echo chamber, where your own ideas and beliefs are served up to you time and time again until eventually that becomes the indisputable truth. Using multiple data feeds and taking the time and trouble to understand why others may hold an alternative view allows for growth through collaboration and can avoid damaging conflicts. My thoughts on personal well-being, and I didn't know about the connection with Winston Churchill, but I've got a quote from Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life from what we give. For me, my reason for being is my family. To be able to provide guidance and support to them is a privilege that I've acquired through years of hard work and learned experience. My advice is be generous with your time. There is nothing more rewarding than seeing your loved ones growing and flourishing. And finally, a piece of general advice, often quoted in sporting arenas. The harder I work, the luckier I get. In today's world, we can do almost everything instantaneously. If you want to buy a new car, no need to save up for a deposit. You can go down to your dealer, take out a finance agreement and drive home in a new car tonight. If I want a new pair of running shoes, I can order them online and they'll be on my doorstep in the morning. And if you're bored with your love life, just swipe right. We've got used to instant gratification, but acquiring wisdom and expertise takes skill and effort. Consider an elite athlete or a top business executive. They have achieved their success by consistently practicing and honing their skills over many years. Trust me, I don't think there's any shortcut or substitute for hard work and application. So in summary, my message to you, the graduates today, is one of diversity, collaboration, spend time with your loved ones, and work hard. And I hope that some of these thoughts will resonate and be useful to you in the future. Thank you once again to the University of West London for this incredible honour, and congratulations to all of those graduating today. Finally, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Trevor, and for those wise words. I now would like to invite the Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor to continue to see graduates from the Claude Littner Business School and academic partners.
Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies, Ahmed Sarosh Amire. Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Entrepreneurship, Petronella Benjanaru. Matalora Belluta. Adrian Petra Boca. Natalie Joanne Bourne. Mihaela Brandus. Vasimi Relu Bratu. Ion Daniel Budo. Elena Christina Buak. Nicola Daniel Cindia. Christian Inod Chirka. Mihaela Andra Chirka. Luminita Maria Chica. Aurelian Horatu Krisan. Catalina Daraban. Alaciantu. Ina Ignatu. Georgiana Rebecca Postolacci. Iona Dinka. Christina Margareta Manolacci. Nicoletta Mihaela Du Bramba, Iman El-Hafi Zuninini, Gabriella Mandalina Eni. Let's give them a big round of applause. Diane Timon Freitas do Espirito Santo Lima. Claudio Daniel Gaina. Valentin Golovatsatenko. Lucica Grigoras. Andrea Delia Grossavu. Paul Grossavu. Andrea Hadrich. Matlinda Hasula. Vanessa Henry. Sylvia Andrea Anku. Christina Iftimi. Alina Vasilika Postolacci. Carmen Andrea Poppa. Larissa Otelia Ilisi. Babuka K. Jalo. Christina Cosma. Thomas Powell Lakoski. Adina Elisa Lanchil. Carmen Lungu. Aurelia Niascu. Mihaela Florita Magdici. Andrea Malagiak. Mihai Aline Mania. Maria Mart. Should we pause for a big round of applause again, please? Asula Elena Marusic. Asilia Lorendana Otian. Eddie Luntadila Mayamba. Mariana Melinte. Anna Miku Lachu. Stefan Bogdan Mitrika. Yosef Mohammed. Natalia Muntaino. Galina Lupacine. Sylvia Choroy. Daniela Nisto. Anka Andrea Nota. Petronella Mandalina Pliscu. Nancy Alexandra Pap. Davia Maria Pereira Kali. Natalia Popov. Mercia Pavel. Anka Nicoletta Pucci.
Thanks, Amelia, and a huge round of applause for all of those graduates. Yes! the University of West London, we always put students first. And our success as a university is only possible thanks to your feedback and comments, because it is you that helps us shape what we do and who we are. And the UWL Students' Union play an absolutely key role to ensure that your voice is always heard. So here is a short message from your student representative who has represented you as an elected officer of England's top students' union.
Hi, my name is Sana, and I've had the honor of being a course rep for the past few years. It has been an incredible journey, one filled with growth, laughter, and unforgettable experiences. Just a few years ago, we stepped onto campus with a mix of nerves and excitement, not knowing what lay ahead. And now, look at us. We've worked so hard, supported each other, pulled all-nighters, and showed up even when it was tough. Whether it was lectures or late-night study sessions, whilst balancing our own life commitments, we've made it, and we're here on our graduation day. When reflecting on the last few years, I think my favorite memory is organizing the Clothes Business Challenge, which was a pilot event for this year. And I'm sure you all have your own, whether it was Freshers Week, hanging out at Freddy's, joining societies, or just bonding with your course mates over coffee. These are the moments that will stay with us forever. During my entire academic journey, I realized I have really good leadership and management skills, which I would love to take on and move on to my future career. We've all come such a long way. As we leave this chapter behind and step into the future, we carry with us the lessons, the resilience, and the memories. To the class of 2025, you did it. We did it. Graduation is more than just a ceremony. It's a celebration of everything you've worked for, everything you've overcome, and everything you're about to become. Congratulations! You should all be so proud of what you've achieved, no matter where life takes you next. Know that you've already proven how capable, brave, and brilliant you are. Here's to your next chapter. Go and make it amazing.
And on behalf of the Students' Union and your president behind me, Namira, a huge congratulations to you all. It's now my great pleasure to invite Jennifer Bernard, the Pro-Chancellor, to present Shirley Cameron for the award of Honorary Doctor of Letters.
Good morning, Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduands, graduates, and guests. It's my very great pleasure to propose Shirley Cameron for the award of an honorary doctorate from the University of West London in recognition of her contribution to the governance of the university. Shirley has been a qualified chartered accountant and treasurer for over 30 years. After her initial degree in economics and accountancy, she completed her accountancy training with KPMG. During 7 years as an audit manager with them, she spent 17 months in Australia and had a portfolio of corporate clients there and in the UK. She joined the BBC in 1995. Her roles included Group Finance Controller, Director of Business and Finance for both BBC Radio and Audio and Music, Senior Finance Partner for BBC Television, and leadership in financial governance for significant projects such as the Broadcasting House project, redeveloping the BBC's iconic site in Langham Place. Not many of us have been responsible for budgets of more than £1 billion. She's a member of the senior executive group of the BBC, and her current responsibilities are as Director of Revenue and Customer Management, overseeing the collection of licence fee income and managing contracted companies in that collection process. So every time I see Shirley, I make sure to tell her that I've got my television licence. But Shirley, importantly for us, has given more than 10 years' time and commitment to the University of West London. She was first appointed as a co-opted member of the Finance Audit Committee in 2014 and became a full governor in 2016. She's been chair of the Audit and Risk Committee, and on her appointment as deputy chair of the Board of Governors, became chair of the Finance Committee and the Remuneration Committee. Her experience has been invaluable to the university as it's grown in the UK and expanded the sites from which it operates. Since she joined as a governor, the revenue of the university has doubled, and the governance becomes even more important. In addition to the university, Shirley volunteers with other charities that accord with her strong public service values. These include being Honorary Treasurer of the Hansard Society, which has for more than 80 years promoted knowledge and interest in parliamentary government. She's also a trustee of BBC Media Action, which works with partners around the world to provide impartial, impactful, trustworthy media to people in need so that they can make informed choices to transform their lives, countering a world we've just heard about earlier of disinformation, distrust and division. In her earlier years, she also had voluntary roles with schools and making education grants. Now, despite my best efforts with her children and her husband who are with her today, they have failed to give me anything that might compromise my next bit of the speech. So all I can say is that despite being an accountant and a treasurer, sorry Shirley, she's a really warm human being. I know she's a keen runner and tennis player and a closet ABBA fan, which is interesting. And a person who can be relied upon for her integrity and her commitment at all times. I was indebted to her for her contribution to the governors, as we all are today. So I'm delighted to present Shirley Cameron for the award of Doctor of Letters from the University of West London. Very well deserved.
Good morning, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduands and guests. It is an honour to join you graduands at the end of your current learning journey at UWL as I end mine. When I was co-opted as a member of the university's Finance Committee back in 2014, I did not expect that I would end up as Deputy Chair of the Board of Governors, but I did know I would learn a lot from the experience. In fact, when asked in the interview why I was interested in the appointment by Peter and an illustrious and slightly scary room of existing governors, I was very clear that while I felt I had something to offer UWL with my business and finance experience, I also saw it as an opportunity for me to acquire new skills and knowledge. My actual job is at the BBC, where the audience is at the heart of everything we do. Even in finance roles, that's the guiding principle. So I was very aligned with the UWL board's emphasis on the student experience being at the very heart of strategy setting and decision making. UWL also values lifelong learning. After my undergraduate degree, as you've heard, I completed 3 years of chartered accounting training, which was a good way of staying in my learning comfort zone. And a few years later, when I secured my role at the BBC in the Treasury Department, I discovered there were exams you could do in that too, so I went back to the textbooks. Alongside that formal study, I found that by changing roles regularly and taking opportunities for development that complement the day job, I keep learning. When I became chair of the Audit and Risk Committee here at UWL, I was also becoming Group Financial Controller of the BBC, and this gave me incredibly valuable insight into the kind of things that an audit committee chair wants to see. Really helpful for my regular appearances at the BBC Audit and Risk Committee. And as organisations seek to increase diversity of their governing bodies, I would encourage you to consider these types of roles as you build your own careers. as I have found they can make you more effective in your own role, as well as bringing broader insights into the operation of different organisations. By the end of my term at UWL, I had gone from attending 4 committees a year to the greater involvement required of me as Deputy Chair and Chair of the Finance and Remuneration Committees. I couldn't have done that alongside my executive job without significant support and understanding from the university chairs and governors I have served with, Peter and his excellent executive team, the University Secretariat, my employer, and my family. I'm honoured and humbled to accept this honorary doctorate, which has been very kindly bestowed on me by the university I have been so very proud to be a part of. Thank you. May we all continue to grow and learn in our future endeavours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shirley. I'd now like to invite the Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor to continue to receive graduates from the Claude Littner Business School.
Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies with Entrepreneurship, Vanessa Elisabetta Rodrigue Ayub. Elena Rossana Radu. Carmen Adriana Ramitsιanu. Florin Rissu. Christina Sandri. Brigitta Silmani. Alexandra Tunia. Anna Maria Soika. Elena Serena Stamenescu. Elisabeth Ziskus. Anthony Torapu. Gabriel Solomon. Jagoda Taliska. Monica Anna Sidelik. Oana Daniela Tomai. Elena Trojica. Giulietta Mirella Trandafe. Elena Tintari. Ludwig Sevra. Avini Dejanov Soschet. Ivanido Varela Tavares. Anna Loredana Vina. Aline Kostin Vina. Maketa Sigova. Let's give them a very big round of applause, please.
I think we said a very big round of applause.
Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Studies, Shahzad Abbasi. Amatagon Dage Don Dilin Frank Abiyasenge. Javed Alam. Alexandra Iona Alexa. Tanya. Jenny Aratia. Joanna Sulema. Shastia Tariq. Patrika Ariton. Georgiana Tikunta Bresso. Mariam Bibi. Stefania Asavi. Leah Bulandos. Anuka Dashanida Bula Shinglaga. Tassin Bushra. Daniela Chiraik. Ionela Ekaterina Chicha. Christian Komsa. Lestina Daniela Krimaru. Adrian Dodan. Andre Stallion Dodan. Sylvia Lillian Docianu. Another big round of applause, please. Really big one, please. Gianila Veronica Dumitru. Rabia Fatima. Scorsia Steliana Gabriela. Georgiana Ionescu. Georgita Ionescu. Sadia Iqbal. Nikolai J. Jelu. Cameron Naha Joni. Gurdip Kaur. Salim Mahmood Jamal. Amir Aslam Khan. Salman Khan. Usman Khan. Grakjan Matutsu Konabega. Aminata Kuruma. Semfara Leka. Lulian Tommy. Aru Ankel. Shakira Mansour. Tachifi Rodik Mandondu. Cornelia Stefania Marin. Mariam Masood. Anna Milani Misku. Mohammed Sakor. Let's give all the graduates so far another very big round of applause. Enela Muvelianu Verlin. Asif Nadim. Nikursa Nastasi. Walid Nawos. Adrian Negru. Songa Namedi. Florian Dorin Likula. Shama Kasa. Afseen Rashid, Mahin Rashid, Francesca Denise Sabatanu, Abu Seko, Hatar Saeed, Mahin Bashir Sadi, Christina Samuel, Johannathan Samuel, Vlad Skutru, Afresh Abubak Sadiq, Rishnaz Shiraz, Serena Georgina Zor, Mohammed Tariq Suhail, Adrian Stoika, Martina Stokoska Bogus, Aisha Wasim, Alexandra Andre Vlad, Ligia Silva,
Thank you, Amelia. Can we have one final big round of applause for all of our graduates of the Claude Littler Business School, Sunrise Academy, London School of Science and Tech, Oxford Business College, UK College of Computing, and Ras Al Khaimah, University of West London. You can sit down finally. Well, you did it. Your knowledge, your skills, your tenacity, and your dreams have all been rewarded through your hard work. And we are very proud of you and your achievements. And I am really privileged to be the very first person to congratulate you officially as University of West London graduates. I'm delighted. If you remember, I met most of you on your very first day at university, either in person or via video, as we did that student welcome. And I said to you on that very first day, welcome to a partnership with University of West London, which will always support you. And I stand by that statement even today, because today is certainly not the end. We're excited that we're going to continue your journey with you, whether that's through employment or further study. UWL will always be here to offer advice and support. This may be helping you to continue to use our library, seeking information from the careers team, or indeed you continuing to shape our university as you continue in postgraduate or doctoral study with us. Whatever direction you take, we look forward to being proud of your future successes. One small way that we're able to see if we're supporting you is through the Graduate Outcomes Survey. And I'm delighted to present a very short video explaining how that survey will measure your graduate employability.
Congratulations, you did it. We're really proud of all you've achieved here at your time at UWL and can't wait to see where your degree takes you next. UWL graduates work all over the world, so please let us know what you've been up to when you're contacted about the Graduate Outcomes Survey. Graduate Outcomes Survey is a national survey of all higher education graduates, and you'll be invited to take part about 15 months after graduation. You'll be asked about whether you're working, studying, or doing something else. It's quick and it's easy, and your responses can go a long way to providing useful information and career advice for everyone. So, don't be shy, share your success.
So listen out for that call in about 15 months' time. And don't forget, boast about how well you're doing, because we have every faith that you will be doing very well. Before we finish today, I wanted to tell you about another extra little surprise we have for you. We're going to be using the live stream from today to produce individualized personal videos of your big day for each and every one of you. That is a gift from your university to share with your family and friends and on social media. But all you have to do is simply register online to receive your clip, and you'll also find the link in your program today. I'd also like to remind you that you continue to use the LinkedIn Learning that we've been providing throughout your education, again, simply by applying. That's just one more way that your university will continue to support you. UWL strives to be an inclusive university. Therefore, among other things, we have had 2 marvellous BSL interpreters throughout our ceremony. Please help me thank Rebecca and Rachel. But in drawing this morning to a close, I have one final reflection. The qualification that you have worked so very hard for with the University of West London is an amazingly powerful thing. It has the power to transform your life, the lives of your family and friends, and probably most importantly, the lives of people you may never meet. So, go make the world a better place. Congratulations, graduates 2025. Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, graduates, guests, I'm afraid this brings our ceremony to an end. But for all of you in the hall and our live streaming room, we'd invite you to join us for light refreshments in the lock on level 3 of the stadium, and you will exit from this room either sides of the stage to the stadium. If you've not had an opportunity to have your official photos taken yet, or are waiting to do so with your guests from the live streaming room, you can do this in lock 5 before you hand your gown back today. But for now, I would ask that you stand for the closing fanfare and remain standing while the procession leaves the hall. Thank you.